Hi, welcome. Today is day 37 of my 40 days on the mat, and I thought we'd move through a sun salutation this morning and just see where the practice takes us. Let's begin. We'll step to the top of the mat, bend your knees so that we allow the spine to move more freely. Let the hips wave forward as you extend back. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and fall towards the mat. Take a couple good breaths here in forward fold. Lean forward towards the balls of the feet in order to enhance your hamstring stretch. Now bend your knees deeply. Try not to let the knees collapse in. Contract on the pelvic core so you feel this kind of waving up. As you inhale, bend and extend the arms into chair pose. Interlace the fingers and feel the length of your lower back because of that deep core. If not, go cactus, palms face in. Exhale, sit back as you fold down, forward fold. Bend your knees, lean into your hands, jump back, plank position. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And I have my side kicks today, as you can see. Tinkerbell, stop. Inhale, roll to your left palm, side plank. Lift through the elbows, stack, stay here, take a knee. Fold of the bottom elbow turns forward. Full rotation with the head, look up or down. Exhale, bend the top elbow, drop it down, roll to the opposite side. Lead with the elbow, lift through the hips. Keep the glutes moving down and the inner core moving up and in. Exhale, back down into plank, knees to the mat, sit back on your heels, devotional. Nice deep breath in, swipe forward across the mat, root your pubis bone, and exhale, feel your front belly pull off the mat, elbows tight. Roll yourself up, no contraction in the glutes, drop your shoulders. Now draw the hands back as you project the sternum forward. Press through the tops of the feet, deep breath in. I'm pressing through my palms, deep breath out. The height is irrelevant, you really need to listen to your lower back. And exhale, wave yourself back down. Curl the toes under, not to lift like a wet macaroni noodle. I want you to bend the knees, lift the pelvis and hips. Exhale, elbows tight. Press up. Now lift the knees, wave your body through, and come into downward facing dog. Bend your knees enough to get more length in the spine and really open up through the upper back. Walk your dog to lengthen the calves, to give your pelvic floor the best possible outcome for strength and success. Bend your knees, look forward. Step 1 foot forward at a time, standing forward, bend, exhale. If you're grabbing behind the calves, keep the knees almost in a sense spinning outward as you come in. That will help them keep more forward. Bend your knees, exhale, contract between the sit bones, draw up through the deep front belly, roll yourself into chair pose. Now I'm sitting way back. If you have tighter calf muscles, definitely get up on a wedge. It'll be difficult for you to sit back. I want you to keep the shin as vertical as you can so the sacrum doesn't slam forward, which will make it really hard to activate the pelvic floor appropriately. Exhale, draw up, let your hips wave forward as you extend back. Exhale, hands to prayer. Deep breath in, arms come up. And exhale, let your hips bend, drop it down. Bend your knees, contract on the pelvic core, roll up, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Exhale, sit back as you fold. Bend your knees, hands to the mat, lean into your arms as you quietly float the feet back into plank. Inhale, roll to your left palm, Vashisthasana. Now step the top foot to the mat, bend the knee. Without leaning forward, feel free to take your top hand to your hip. Lift the bottom leg. Breathe. Exhale, lower that leg, shoot the top elbow to the floor. Roll to the opposite side, turn the fold of the elbow first to really honor the bottom shoulder socket. Side plank, step the top foot to the floor, engage the inner thighs and deep core, lift the leg. Exhale, back into plank. Now shooting forward with your toes, stay lifted through your back body, down slow, shoulders slide back, use your knees if you need to. Hold it, and all the way to the mat. Tinkerbell. Inhale, root your pubis bone. Exhale, roll yourself up. Inhale at the top, feel the openness through the lungs. Tinkerbell, no. Exhale, down slow. Curl the toes under. Again, we're lifting all at once to the strength of the deep core. Not to lift with the shoulders first. Think about what that's doing to your lower back. Exhale, lift, downward dog. Deep breath in, bend your knees, step up one foot at a time, standing forward bend. Bend your knees deeply, contract, roll up. I feel a stacking because the internal contraction, not because I'm just throwing my body upright. Watch to not let the arms spindle out, but rather have them spindle in and out. Sit back without flaring the ribs. Inhale through the nose and exhale this up and in so I feel length in my lower back. Doesn't mean I'm tucked. And exhale, let's go right back into forward fold. Bend your knees, bend your elbows again. Step, jump, or walk back plank. And slowly hinge to the hips, downward facing dog. Once in downward facing dog, bend your knees, come high to the balls of the feet, and lift your left leg, square the hips, now lengthen the bottom leg. Nice deep breath. High to the ball of the base foot, roll through, lift your left palm to help the foot come forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knees to the mat, uncurl the toes. Wave yourself up, level your hips. As you square the hips, bend the elbows, extend the arms. Pressing through your back big toe, not to let the legs swipe inward. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Exhale, release the arms down, bend the knee, lift the back foot, lift the back knee, sorry. Lift your hips, now turn your feet into a straddle. Feet go parallel. Exhale, engage your inner legs, not to slop to the outside ankles. Thighs are strong, nice deep breath. Staying in straddle, or bend your elbows enough to bring the top of the head to the floor. Bring your hands for a tripod setup, lift your heels, and slowly lift your legs and come into tripod headstand. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Feel free to just hold in tripod or stay in your straddle. The most important thing is to honor where you're at. Slowly start to widen the feet. Come down into your straddle again. Bend your knees, lift your head slowly. Back into runner's lunge. Lift the hips to step back into plank. Inhale, open. Turn the fold of the elbow, lean into the fingertips. Back open onto your left side, Vajrasthana. Bend the top elbow, shoot the arm alongside the ear as you lift the hip and press your top foot. Variation would bring the bottom knee to the mat. Stretch your top side torso as much as you can. Exhale, roll now. Feet or hips distance into a one-armed plank. Feel free to tuck the arm, square off the body. Lower that arm down. Opposite side, turn up. Top elbow bends, forearm faces your head. Shoot the arm alongside the ear. Press through your top foot. Nothing is jammed. Exhale, roll into one-armed plank. Feel free to drop a knee. Keep your hip bones from sinking. Lower that arm down. Knees to the mat, devotional exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Come forward. Inhale, root your pubis bone. Exhale, contract as you lift. So I'm never thrusting myself up, which the lower back will take all that brunt. I'm trying to create space as I stack. Elbows draw in, neck has a lot of space. Curl the toes under. Now lift with the front deep belly. So as I come up, elbows stay in. Roll back, downward facing dog. Bend now and lift the opposite leg. So right leg comes off the floor. Square the hips, pull out through the shoulders. Feel free to keep the bottom knee bent. High to the ball of the base foot, roll high through. Runner's lunge, drop the back knee to the mat. As you roll yourself up, level off through the hips. So when my front hamstring and glute are tighter or not as balanced, that hip is going to kick up off to the side. I want you to roll that guy down, which will also create a better stretch in the groin. Bonus. Inhale, pressing through the top of the back foot. Exhale. The focus is the hip flexor, not me dropping my belly forward and shortening my back muscles. I can keep my hand in my hip fold and just extend the left arm. As long as I can keep that right hip down, I can extend both arms. Now breathe mindfully. Exhale, lower the arms down, roll the back toes under, turn into a straddle. Now same thing again, head to the floor. Hands are far back enough that you can see your thumbs. So I can just experiment here, leaning onto my head. Some people actually come back out of straddle completely and then up into their tripod. Go with what works. Leaning onto the head, hands support you. Slowly take the legs up and off the mat. Let's hold and breathe. Stay calm. Feel free to stay in tripod with your knees on your triceps. Slowly take the legs wide, drop them back to the floor. Bend your knees, lift your head slowly. And now rotate back into runner's lunge. Step up, standing forward bend. interlace your fingers behind your head, bend your knees. Now coil the chin into the chest and round your back out. Slowly release, bend your knees, and take a seat. Extending the arms out, pin just your thumbs. Nice tall spine. Now bend your elbows so that your elbows are on the mat, forearms are on the floor. Anchor through the legs. Now arch through the lower back, yes, but really emphasize lifting through the bottom of the rib cage. Chin will stay in on the chest. If you're having any sort of vertigo issues, you have any sort of dizziness, lightheadedness, keep the chin on the chest. Otherwise, start to drop the head back, reaching out through the chin, lean far enough back to drop the head to the floor. Now release your shoulders, lift your legs, and parallel your arms to your legs. Nice little kingfish. Keep reaching through the chin. Feel free to extend the legs and arms away from each other. Make sure you're not in your hip flexors though. Exhale, release the legs down. Use your glutes to help release your head. Full body stretch, inhale. Exhale, lower the arms down, bend your knees. Place your feet only as wide as your sit bones, but no closer than what your middle finger at a minimum can touch. I like them just a hair farther out so I'm not jamming on the lower back. Neutral pelvis, deep breath in. Press into all corners of the feet without collapsing the main arch. Exhale, lift, no glute squeezing. Roll your shoulders together. Anchor the arms into the floor, grab a strap. Now magnet your knees without touching them so that we shift the strength more into the hamstring and gluteus maximus rather than the outer and upper glute. Inhale through the nose, chin on the chest. Exhale through the nose, watch your breath. If you're feeling lower back and upper glute pain, you know you're either one, squeezing too much with the backside, or two, lengthen your tailbone towards the backs of the knees without flaring your knees out. Nice shoulder stretch, breathe wide into your lungs. And now high on the heels, roll out the shoulders, knees into the chest, rock side to side. Nice work. Full body stretch again, inhale. Drop your knees open, a nice little bound angle. Let your legs rock side to side to release the groin. And then relax your body onto the mat. We'll take a few short minutes as you rest on the floor. Release your arms, draw your legs together, and roll yourself off to your side. Use your top hand for help not to strain the neck as you bring yourself up slowly. As we come to the mat, it's really about the effort that we put in, how we move, and then the emotion and the mentality that goes with the movement. And so if you come to your mat and you're aggressive and you're upset and you're punishing yourself, you're embedding those types of mindsets and those thoughts and those beliefs and attitudes into your body. If you're coming to your mat and you're open-minded and you're willing to receive and you're allowing yourself to look at every asana and every movement as an opportunity to grow deeply and learn more about the self, then your practice is going to be really successful, both on the mat and off the mat. So when you come back to your mat, whether it's with me or with someone else, I really want you to pay attention to the mentality that you take with to the mat, not just the practice or the poses themselves. I look forward to practicing with you again. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours. Move forward into a great day. Namaste.